everyone, this is Lisa Andrus, Psychic Medium, and this is your weekly reading for October 20th to the 26th, 2014. And this week, as you can see, I'm using the Romance Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. I do not use this deck often, but I just was feeling guided, meaning I would have thoughts with this deck popping into my mind doing the weekly reading for the last day or so. So I feel that there are some people that perhaps want a romance reading, but I will say this, these cards are applicable to things more than romance, so if the romance reading is not applicable to you, the cards are still applicable in some way. So let's see what we get here. I have shuffled and pre-drawn the cards as I usually do, and let's see what the week has in store for us. The Monday-Tuesday card says, "It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all." Okay, the first thing that I'm getting as I read this is that there are some people out there that have been single for a long time. I mean, long time, years. And I feel like it is, there's a past heartbreak that you're not letting go of, especially if you're listening to this wondering why haven't I found my person? Why haven't I found love again? There's a heartbreak in your past. And you know, it doesn't have to be a romantic heartbreak. Say you were abused as a child and there was some heartbreak that happened as a result of that. That could be something that for whatever reason, like one of your parents left and it broke your heart. Even a pet died and it broke your heart. And sometimes what happens is we will build, you know, the invisible wall around us to protect us from all. But in doing that, we unintentionally block ourselves from the love and romance that we wish to have in our life. And if that resonates with you at all, this may be a sign that that's something that you need to open your heart to. And if you don't know how to do that, ask your angels for help. You always have angels around you. And as a human, we have free will. And that means that the angels usually cannot help us unless we ask, okay? But it's safe for you to love. And I'm feeling like if this is, if you're not looking for a romance message this week, it's also, I feel, it is safe for you to move on. To leave a situation that no longer works for you with love and light, okay? Let's see what the middle of the week has for us. And it is passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, so what I feel that this pertains to is in life. If you have felt like you're stuck, do you know anybody that, you know, it's like they've said they don't know what they want to do with their life, and so they might sit there and sit in front of their computer all day long, or, you know, play games when you wonder where their lack of ambition is. I mean, I know a person or two like this. I've even been like this perhaps a time or two in my life before I felt, you know, the passion that exists within my soul to do something like write a book or to give readings to people. And so this is a sign for you that whatever your passion is part of your soul speaking to you, saying this is part of your purpose. So are you passionate about real estate? Then perhaps part of your purpose is to sell houses or to fix houses. So it doesn't just pertain to romance. I feel like this is the passion in our soul that drives us to our life's purpose. And if you feel that the passion is guiding you to want a new relationship, then I feel that this is a sign to you that it's on the way. As long as you are doing things in your own life that you are passionate about, you will attract all the right people to your life, whether that's a business partner, a friend, or a lover, okay? And then for the weekend, the card is you deserve love. You are lovable. So if you feel like you still don't know why you're alone, You don't know why you have that romance. You don't know why you don't have any friends anymore. This is a card saying that you're worthy. You know, I feel like the universe hasn't meant you to feel like you're all alone. Sometimes being down here on earth, I'll use me as a for instance. I feel like I move a lot, like residences. And I was saying to somebody yesterday, I feel like some of us do that because on earth it's like we're looking for our home and we don't know where it exists because we're only here for a short time. So we have to be a place that we are comfortable. And you deserve to feel like you're at home. You deserve to feel love. Even if you feel all alone, you need to know that you are worthy. If there's some part of you and some piece of you, kind of going back to that first card that says, it's really hard for me to love. I've got a lock on my heart because whether it's intentional or unintentional because of a hurt that I've suffered in the past. This card is saying that it's safe for you to love. Or these cards are saying it's safe for you to love, and you deserve that love. You deserve to move on to a relationship or a situation or a home that is better for you. Everything works out when you feel comfortable enough for yourself to love, whether it is in romance or whether it is in life in general. Because once we live our passions and we fill our own lives with love, whether that's a romantic love or just loving ourselves enough to do what we enjoy, to have the career that we enjoy, or the house or the location that we enjoy. I'm feeling like there's some people that are listening to this that are thinking of moving. Not just any move, a long distance move. And if this is you, this is a sign that that might be right for you. Don't make a sudden move right now, but believe that anything is possible even if you don't know how it is going to happen. I did an event yesterday with somebody that I spoke to that is not a citizen in this country and was trying to figure out how to be able to stay here in the United States and maybe how to eventually become a United States citizen. Now, having been born here, I have not had to deal with this and don't know anybody that's had to deal with this. But it is not easy, especially when you're being told by lawyers again and again and again, it's not going to happen, or you have to get married to stay here. And I really believe that it is possible, even if it seems impossible, is the message that's coming out of that. And I believe that there are some of you that really need to hear this right now. You have a dream, whether it is that dream of becoming, a citizen of the United States or another country that you want to move to, or whether it's doing something that seems impossible, like completely changing your career or changing your life. You can do that. Just remember that it happens one step at a time, and to try not to force, but to take guided action steps. And there's nothing wrong with making calls to, another lawyer or another doctor or some other person where you've had one lawyer or one doctor or one professional that you've been working with that hasn't gotten you the result that you needed. Then it's time to look outside the box so you can live your passion, so you can find the love that you're looking for. And if you've been wanting to move location and you've wanted love, that's not maybe going to fall into place until you get to that location that maybe is a long distance that you're looking for. Now, I noticed when I was saying that, I was talking about that doctor. And so there are some of you listening to this that have been wondering why you're hitting a dead end when you're either not getting the diagnosis that you kind of feel is the right diagnosis, or whether you're not getting the medical help that you need. And this is a sign to look outside the box, to change doctors, even if it's been your family doctor or whatever doctor that you've been working with for years. Look at another place, like if it's one medical system, look at a neighboring medical system. I mean, completely outside the box, and you might find the answers that you're seeking. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be a good week. I believe it is our last week of Mercury retrograde. And to me, I've never considered that a bad thing. I think a lot of people, I've thought of it, sometimes I think it's funny that all the light workers out there tend to complain about it. And it does have its moments of frustration because Mercury retrograde, it's about a 3-week period that happens, I think, about once a quarter. And, sometimes communications go not so great, or electronics go not so great. Astrologers might say don't make any new purchases, or don't buy a house or sign a contract. I take all of that with a grain of salt, and I prefer to see the good that comes out of Mercury retrograde. And so I religiously will get my car fixed, or some sort of repair, or so last Saturday I brought my car in to be looked at, and I had noticed, I got some new tires and some maintenance stuff done, but I had noticed there had been a leak, and I forgot to say something, and I thought it was an oil leak. And the place that was fixing my car called and told me basically it was a major repair. It was quite emotional for me because I was like, what? I just bought this car. But I listened to my intuition, and I brought it into the dealer, and they told me, no, it's not the gigantic repair that you thought it would be, but it's rather something that's really simple, and it is the oil leak that you thought, and it's just one little part that costs you $5, and we'll pop it in there. And so Mercury retrograde can sometimes be a time for you to learn a truth that you may have never otherwise known. So while we're in our last week of Mercury retrograde here, see the good in it. See the good in this cycle. It's a cycle really of renewal, planetary renewal. And I think that, we're reaching the end of it, and then Mercury will start to move forward. So maybe it is the time to buy the house, buy the car, do whatever, but know that nothing is without reason. And perhaps it's not a time to make any sudden movement, but a time to do some things and reassess and repair and rejuvenate. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will speak to you again next week.